had a incident yesterday post-show. Now, that's what I'm talking about. If you're familiar with the show, if you're a longtime listener, Seton ordered a personal pizza and, one of the small pizzas and not a mini one, a personal pizza. And this was 7-8 years ago. Seton got it set aside at his desk. He was doing some work. Fritzy walks by and goes, "That's what I'm talking about," and grabs a slice of pizza.
Under the impression that it was some type of staff pizza
community,
party.
Community, staff pizza party. And then
with that tiny-ass pizza, but yeah.
So Seton responded to Fritzy grabbing a slice of pizza by saying,
"That's what I'm... what did I say to Todd?"
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, no, that's okay, Todd. Just go ahead and eat my lunch."
Yeah. And Todd did.
I proceeded to finish at least that slice.
Yes.
I figured maybe it's a bunch of little mini pizzas in the back. I don't know why we would buy like so many little pizzas, but I guess that's whoever put the staff party together went with 10 little pizzas.
There was one. There was
no
single
staff,
pizza.
There was no staff pizza party.
I assumed that maybe there must be more pizza in the back.
Todd.
Would I intentionally take someone's lunch? I'm just trying to figure out what we're getting at.
Have you even said you're sorry to Seton?
I'm sure I've said it many times. If I haven't, then
has Fritzy ever apologized for taking your pizza?
In the moment, absolutely. He said sorry. He assumed that it was.
And then he replaced that pizza probably.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. So yesterday...
He did give us one of my favorite T-shirts ever that we created, which is the "That's What I'm Talking About."
That's what I'm talking about.
Pizza T-shirt.
So angry at me.
Oh, my God.
And rightfully so.
It's just so rude.
I'd be upset too.
That's what I'm talking
Don't just
about.
start grabbing someone's lunch.
I mean, who starts eating someone else's lunch?
Off their desk.
Right off of their desk.
Yeah.
Who takes another person's food without even asking them?
Could be me, but it didn't start out that way. So I'm out in the kitchen, and Paulie goes, "Yeah, got some leftovers." And I thought it meant that, there's leftovers, and that's for everybody. I didn't know that maybe this was from a Meat Friday. I wasn't sure. So there were meatballs in there and maybe some peppers or tomatoes. Yes, Tom.
I will say to your credit that there are often times where Paulie will come in and say, "Hey, there's leftovers, if you want a piece of this." He very recently brought us some really nice Italian sausage cheese thing, so I could understand why you might take it that way.
So I took out Paulie's meatballs. So a couple hours later, I started heating them up. Paulie goes into the refrigerator, into the area that had his meatballs, and he goes, "Who took my meatballs?" And I said, I thought that those were leftovers. And I did say they're in the microwave, too.
I was a bit...
Okay, wait. As the ombudsman, what did I say that's not true? I said they're in the microwave, and then I thought that they were community property there. They were in a little Tupperware. It didn't have his name on it. It did not. It was not in a bag.
I'd like to answer this.
I will swear.
Was it in a bag after you took it out of the bag and started heating
it was
up?
in the little container.
You guys are both mixing up your own stories right now.
Okay.
As an impartial observer, one thing that I've noticed about Paul is he likes to take his leftovers out of the refrigerator and leave them on the counter for a segment or two so they get to more room temperature. So then he heats them up that way.
Okay.
So I believe that Paul's leftovers were already on the counter and then you heated them up. Is that no?
Yes, Paul.
I think you may be right that they were out of said bag, and this is
they were out of the bag, but they're still in the refrigerator.
Yes.
Okay,
so they're in a little crisper area.
Yes,
and they're out of the bag, the actual bag.
Because very often Paul leaves his leftovers on the counter.
They were not on the counter.
They weren't. Okay.
No, it was in the crisper. Right. There was a little Tupperware of peppers.
Yes,
and that was a discussion. I don't like peppers. So I wasn't.
Thank goodness for me.
Yeah, I wasn't going to eat those. And then I grabbed the meatballs, and I thought, there are 3 of them. I'll put them in the microwave.
So Paul says, he's looking, he's just like, where did those meatballs go? And you were on the phone at the time, and you pointed to the microwave where there were 3 steaming hot meatballs.
Yes.
And Paul said, "Are you eating my food?" And had a look of shock that was, I think, appropriate.
Could you understand where I might
I actually understand how you might think.
I might have thought that was community property when Paulie says, I've got leftovers.
I've got leftovers.
Yeah.
Paul brings in leftovers every day.
It felt like he was announcing, hey, I got leftovers. Not, hey, I got leftovers. Don't even think about having this.
Would I bring 3 meatballs to feed 5 to 12 people?
Well, just me, Paul. That's all you need to do is feed me.
That's a fair point.
Yes, Todd.
But it wasn't meatballs from like a previous Meat Friday. Like we just had meatballs last Friday, so that would be leftover community property. It's kind of a specific item, so I'm not sure how that would be a community meatball.
Yes, Paul.
Also, I think you accused me of yelling where my meatballs.
I thought you did.
When I said more like quizzically, where are my meatballs?
What Paul did react to more strongly was when he realized that you were about to be in the process of eating his meatballs.
Yes.
That he was somewhat aghast. Are you eating my food?
You did raise your voice at some level, some point to me.
Appropriately.
And that's probably the only thing in life that really makes me mad, either when I forget my leftovers or when someone I work with eats them.
Yeah. Well, I apologize.
Oh, you sure did.
And I did take them out, and I go, oh, I heated them up for
And you
you.
heated them in a proper fashion.
You pointed out, yeah, right there.
I did.
Right there. Yeah.
I did. And then Paulie goes, wait, I thought there were 4. No, there were 3. There were 3.
There were 4, now there are 3.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
Yeah. Family drama. That's what I'm talking about.